Are championship favorites, and no surprise, 68% of people said no because the Warriors are still in the NBA.
Yeah.
Agree?
Yeah, that's fair. I'm almost was a little shocked by 32% saying maybe they should be, but I think here's why those people are voting that way. What the Bucks are doing right now, they are putting up one of the greatest regular seasons we've seen in NBA history. That's not hyperbole there. You know, like the way they're doing it, net rating, how badly they're crushing teams, being the best defense in the league, being a top 3 offense. They're doing it on both sides of the floor. They're obviously deep. They've got an MVP in Giannis. Like all the pieces are there.
Yeah.
And, you know, over the last 25 years, only 4 teams, MJ's 95-96 Bulls, and then 3 Warriors teams, like 14-15 all the way through to 16-17, have been better against teams that were ultimately finished 500 or better. So they're playing really, really well against really good teams. The problem is the Warriors are still in the league and they're still stacked. And I know they maybe look a little more vulnerable, but it's tough to talk yourself into another team beating them. But I can see reasoning is what I'm getting at.
But even in the Eastern Conference, I'm not just giving them letting them stroll to the NBA Finals. They're going to go from 0 series wins to 3 automatically to get to the finals. That's a heck of a jump. Giannis Antetokounmpo is a guy you seemingly can ride, and you can ride, for a couple rounds. I do believe.
The other thing that wasn't on that stat book.
14-15 Warriors. And what I mean by that is the year prior, the Warriors, under Mark Jackson, they went out in the first round. They faltered early. They were 6 seed and they went out. Then they bring in Steve Kerr. Well, the Bucks, they lose last year in a 7-game series, just like the Warriors also lost to the Clippers way back when. And they got Mike Budenholzer. They completely switch up their style. They got an MVP. The Warriors had Curry in his first one. You got the Giannis likely winning this one. And they're the #1 defense in the league. Like, there are similarities between, this craziness of a team sort of, in a way, coming out of nowhere because you've got your MVP and you got your new coach and you just ride it out. I'm not saying the Bucks are going to win the series here, but again, I can see why you can go, wow, maybe we are sleeping on the Bucks, even though they're the #1 team in the league record-wise.
The Warriors had won a playoff series.
They had won it the year prior. That's right.
And Andrew Bogut was out against that Clippers series, so
a little different,
slightly different, but a similar sort of growth and coming out of nowhere almost.
Trey, our final one.
All right, 42-year-old Vince Carter went on PTI yesterday, and when he was asked if he had an age he wanted to reach before he stopped playing, Vince responded, 43. That's next year. What a funny guy. So we asked the fans, how many more seasons is Vince Carter going to play? Guys, they're playing it safe. 64% of people think Vince is done after next season, though 20% think we got another 2 years of Vince. You guys agree?
I saw some people on Twitter saying there should have been an option forever.
Forever.
And he just plays forever. I mean, I think he's going to play at least one more. I mean, I couldn't tell if he was sort of joking on PTI. He was like, they were talking about, Brady says he's going to play until he's 45. What about you? I'll go one more. He just nonchalantly threw it in there. But why wouldn't he at this point? He's contributing, in very limited minutes, about 15 minutes per game. But he's hitting a career-high 3-pointers. He's hitting nearly 41% of his threes.
Yeah, I think more importantly, though, his body's holding up.
Yeah.
He's actually playing, and he's only playing a handful of minutes, but he's out there. He doesn't look like Dirk, who is struggling to get up and down the floor. His body's letting him down a little bit. Vince has always had an incredible body. He takes care of himself. If he's feeling good and he's contributing and he's a veteran presence, which a lot of teams like, I think there will be teams interested in having him as a deep rotation player.
He lasts another season for sure because he hasn't been getting his TV reps here in Atlanta. That'll happen next year. He hasn't been coming down to the NBA TV's TNT studios to get his work in for his second career, although he's been doing the podcasting, so maybe he's got something in mind, but I think he's got one more year.
And that final year could be up in Toronto, too.
Possible.
Go home to the Raptors. End it where it all started.
Bring a championship home.
When we come back, TAS Awards the dishonor for Worst of the Week. Don't go anywhere.
We cover the best league, but sometimes even the best make mistakes. It's time for Worst of the Week.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Worst of the Week.
First nominee is not a player. It's a fan who is struggling to eat pizza in Little Caesars Arena in Detroit because he was sleepy.
Oh!
he's mid-chew and sleeping.
But the drop pizza wakes him up right away.
I'm pretty sure. Oh, and he drops the other one too.
Yeah, he drops it all.
What is up with pizza in Detroit? Wasn't that the spot where Jeff Teague, after a game in Detroit, was holding a pizza, his pizza box, like it was
Sideways
books?
pizza.
Yeah, and the internet went nuts. Like, who holds a pizza like a laptop?
At least he's not asleep though at the time.
No, he's not asleep. Yeah, not as bad.
Maybe it was a cold pizza. Nothing's happening to a cold pizza that goes
Oh, you're talking
vertical.
Jeff Teague?
I'm talking Jeff.
Yeah. What about the sleepy guy?
The sleepy guy's sleepy. Yeah. Something caused him to be very sleepy. Who knows what it was?
I have an idea.
Second nominee, Trae Young's ejection against the Bulls on Sunday. They just had a great game on Friday, a 4-overtime game. So Trae Young, he talks a little bit of junk to Chris Dunn. He doesn't even talk. He just stares. He simply hits a shot and stares. He had already received a first tech, so that was his second tech, and they say goodbye to him for no reason. It was very unfortunate.
He did hit a very imposing double teapot, though, throwing both his arms akimbo.
Right. Even the first tee, I'm not even sure it warranted a technical.
Right.
It was a little bit more questionable because there's a little bit of.
He gets hit in the head. I mean, that's.
I think Chris Dunn should have got one in this instance, and Trae Young shouldn't. Trae did touch him, but man,
A touch and a stare.
It's-
Double ejection, get out of here.
yeah, we're getting a little bit tense. Reggie Miller was very upset over that on Instagram, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
The winner, though, the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron James isn't going to the playoffs. I can't believe it. It was a season of such promise that essentially ended this week. They're not mathematically out of it, but
They're done.
poor play, poor defensive effort. When they were in fourth spot on Christmas Day when LeBron got injured, he came back, and since then, things have been going basically like this.
Yeah.
And there has also been talk of a bad culture that free agents may not want to join because of incidents like Rajon Rondo not sitting with his teammates. And
Rondo says that's not a big deal. You're making a big deal out of it.
Does it all the time.
He does it all the time.
Yeah.
I won't disagree that Rondo does
Yeah.
that kind of thing all the time because he does his own thing all
Yeah.
the time. But unfortunately, I think Rondo's relationship is going to be done with the Lakers. If he goes back and is a good teammate throughout the season, maybe he can come back. But I think LeBron's the only guy who's guaranteed to be there next year. Is Ingram guaranteed to be there? I don't think
nobody is.
anybody else is guaranteed to be there.
Are the Lakers in the running for worst of the year? So this
I
is
don't
a couple
think
times.
so.
Wow. I mean, it's been a rough
They've had
year.
a pretty strong 2019. though.
What, they had the trade scenarios. that they
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
But what else other than some just bad play?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a disappointing season for sure.
Disappointing, yeah.
It's going to be a bloodbath, honestly, to figure out who's worst of the year this year. There have been quite a few candidates.
Yeah.
What about the minutes restriction being imposed on LeBron James? About 32 minutes per game and not sitting out back-to-back, or playing in only back-to-backs, one game of back-to-backs, I should say. Maybe he's going for that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar record, Skeets. Maybe he's doing it. Maybe he's playing just to go get the #1 spot.
I mean, look, and with the Lakers, it gets even worse. Right now, it's sounding like Lonzo Ball's not going to come back at all. Not that, again, it's really going to matter and help a playoff chase because they are basically out of it. But yeah, no, the LeBron thing is what we talked about. I thought he would pass Michael Jordan in the points scored, and then at some point when they are truly mathematically eliminated, I either think the groin acts up again, he sits here and there, he's already going to sit in these back-to-back situations. Like that just makes sense to me. It does, unless he really wants to go out there and get those 25 points, 30 points a game to help the chase of Kareem.
But the minutes restriction seemingly came a little bit early.
Yeah.
Just right now.
Yeah.
But nobody cares because they're essentially out of the playoffs. There was a lot more of a hullabaloo last week about it, but now when it was announced,
No one cares.
no one cares.
Less of a hullabaloo.
Less of a hullabaloo.
Oh, Catman.
When we come back.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I've already stopped it in sports. Oh, no. Why did I play Carly Anthony Towns? Welcome back to the starters. Time to count down the top 10 plays from the past 7 days. Let's start at number 10. That makes sense. And it's Tony Snell. Drop it, Bojan Bogdanovic. Yeah, he's got him searching for his contact lenses.
Looks like he's doing downward facing dog.
That's right.
Mind what feels good.
Quick yoga session in there. Snell
beautiful little
blows
finish
by.
there, too.
Yeah, it's nice.
At number 9, a rare Devin Booker jam.
Oh, whoa. Come on in, Dave.
That's right,
Yeah,
right
you're
on
confused. He
AD.
was playing at this point, Lee. Must have been the first 7 minutes of a quarter.
Wildcat. At number 8, we're heading to Holland for some windmills. Star Fox all alone. Smooth windmill. Look like Jimi Hendrix out
That
there.
headband
Easy,
suits
Jimmy.
him. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Rashawn Holmes. Just one step, that's all he needs. The ups and power behind that one.
Also with a headband on.
Yep. This is where the power comes from.
At number 7, this is power. Carl Anthony Towns.
Ooh. Kathmandu.
There it is.
And he's raising the roof.
Oh, that's back.
He doesn't need any wind power. He can raise the roof himself. Ugh.
Big stuff there from Cat. All right, we got a block party at number 6. 2 blocks. Miles Turner rejects Ross. Got the most blocks in the league this year, Miles Turner. Gonna be in the running for defensive player of the year. And another one. This one's crazy. Tatum from behind on KD. Yeah, the block snatch there. Little fumble there.
KD, Didn't get it clean, but still, who cares?
Great
Nice
defense
block.
there. At number 5, some great offense. 3 alley-oops. Anthony Davis on the other end. Oh, Rudy Gobert gets hammered.
Yeah, I know.
And then Miles Bridges of the Charlotte Hornets.
guys,
Lefty. Nice catch right there. And then the Bulls are working hard. Jim Boylan loves it. Oh, yes, the save. Zach LaVine, the throw down. Archie.
Oh,
The road dog's going crazy.
Ryan Arcidiacono, what a play. Zach, what a throwdown.
hustle leads to the room at number 4. D'Angelo Russell with the perfect sham gun. And then the pretty finish. There it is. Woo! Oh, that's pretty. Yeah.
At number 3, it's Derek White on Alex Len. What a throwdown.
What a fall down as well. Yeah, hits the ground hard there.
It's intense.
Bang.
April is nearing.
At number 2, Bradley Beal on Mesri.
Oh, Anya, real deal.
And look, I'm glad we don't have the officials in the same game as Trae Young here, because Bradley Beal really stares down Mesri after putting him on a poster. There's a hole through the back of his head.
He's thinking, who is this guy? He's just trying to get a better look. Here we go, Miles Turner.
Oh!
The rare dunk in the top 10 for Miles Turner.
No, that's not a dunk test.
You're right, it's the cousin of the dunk, it's the thrunk.
Oh! Extension.
Good week for Miles Turner.
That's right. That's right. Agree, disagree, what we missed, let us know. Hashtag the starters. The top 10 players. When we come back, there's only one play, but you know it's very solid. Tonight, crunch time on NBA TV, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern. Sign me up. Catch all the great finishes from tonight's game, again on crunch time. All right, we asked you, what's your favorite signature NBA fan? It can't be a celebrity, okay? You hit us up on Twitter, hashtag the starters. Trey, what do you got?
I got some great suggestions. Number 1, Lakers. Yeah, you got to get that guy in. You also got to include Dance Cam Mom.
Yep.
She's got the moves. Also like this, a throwback to Jiggly Boy up in Minnesota. And then, of course, we've got Raptors superfan.
Yeah!
Shout out to Mal Bacha and the other Raptors superfan. That's Das Nolan. We said no celebrities. Good job picking no celebrities.
Look at that thumb dexterity.
I love that pick so much. Last night's pick 'em results, we all had the Blazers. Wow. And we all lost in overtime. That's an L for everybody. Tonight's game, it's Thunder in LA to take on the Clippers. Trey and Lee like the Clippers at home. Tess and I are flipping it up now, and we're going with the Thunder. Picked against them last night, but we're taking them tonight. Good luck, everybody. All right, Lily, VSP.
We are
2
going,
games from
yeah, only 2 games. Doesn't matter. The teams know they have to perform, and this time it's Nurk doing work, finding Dame on a dime. It's a dollar with a holler. Beautiful, isn't it?
The play is.
That's what I call.
Thanks, Ken/Ron, for those thumbs. All right, the Drop Podcast. We had a blast today recording this. It's now available to download. Shout out to everybody that listens to it on Apple Podcasts. Leave us that 5-star rating. Leave us the review. Tell your friends. We got into so much. Got into another heated debate about will LeBron catch Kareem Abdul-Jabbar all time in points scored. And we had a question about pairing a brand with a celebrity. Trey had a great answer.
There's no better match to me than Lee Ellis and akthreadsclothing.com. That's akthreadsclothing.com. Baggy clothes for swaggy bros.
Baggy clothes for swaggy bros.
Yeah.
You're always giving a shout out to AK Threads.
AKthreadsclothing.com, yes.
Sorry, they don't pay me anything. But then you also have like another clothing company.
Yeah,
Do they
oh, yeah.
know that you're like,
Yeah.
you got a clothing?
Playing 'em.
Yeah.
No, look, it's like teammates, you know? You need different teammates who perform different roles. So this is a J. Crew special, by the way.
All right,
Wink
guys.
at the camera.
Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday.
All right, 10 before tip with Jared Greenberg coming up.
Embrace the weekend.